cultural moment here, a great political pivotal moment in our history. I compared it last week here to McCarthy, Joe McCarthy, McCarthyism. This is about the Republican Party and what it's going to be. Is it going to conduct a fact-based philosophical argument in our political system, or is it going to be a nihilistic, hateful, asymmetrical in terms of facts and the truth part of the party, as in Joe McCarthy? This is about media as well. These poll numbers are about a totally different media culture than we've had in the past. And as you see in that clip from Comedy Central, we need to start covering this story, not 50-50, this much on this side, that on the other. We need to cover it factually, because there are facts here that will show what this event is about and where, in fact, is this anger, hatred of Obama coming from? What is the root of this? The New York Times did a great story the other day about how this wing of the Republican Party, call it the McCarthy wing, call it the Eric Cantor wing, whatever you want to call it, has been gearing up for this.
Patient, okay?
I know you're patient.
All right, I'll tell you what, playing the role, because, you know, we teamed up last time.
We did. You came after me.
So I just let him.
But it was good. I liked it.
I let him throw in. I gave you 12 Joe McCarthy references.
We got it in 6 already.
Yeah,
exactly. Important, because it's the only comparable time since Joe McCarthy we've had this in the Republican Party. And who in the party is going to appease him?
We got to move on now. Playing the role of Bill Crystal this morning, Nicole Wallace.
Go ahead, Nicole. Come after me. Come after me, Nicole.
My ear.
So Nicole, though, seriously, if you're, let's look at this from where you looked at it from a White House communication director. And, you know, there's an old proverb that says, beware the man with nothing to lose. These House Republicans have nothing to lose. They're very popular in their own district. And listen,
I would bet.
if I saw 51% of Americans were angry at Bill Clinton back in 1995, I'd turn to my friends and I go, step on it, boys.
Right.
We're going to drive him into the 30s and I mean, I'm just saying, the Machiavellian approach. That's what those guys have to be thinking this morning, looking at these polls.
And I bet their numbers aren't just high in their district. I bet that if you poll conservatives nationally, these are the hometown heroes of the conservative movement. I bet when you look at the early poll numbers in the early primary states, at the top of the list will be the Republicans viewed by the media.
Now, you and I both know the great irony of this is these hometown heroes who will hold on to the House will also make it next to impossible for our candidate in 2016 to beat Hillary in the suburbs of Philadelphia.
Well, unless that candidate does what some of the... Listen.
Like Chris Christie.
Chris Christie.
So let them play bad cop to Chris Christie.
And there are Republicans who have been critical of this approach. There are House Republicans showing up on television who are talking about a very different tune in their districts. Congressman Dent was on TV last night. I mean, there is a divide in the Republican Party, but let's leave hate out of it just for a second. I know that won't last for too long with you, Carl. But I've got some incredible sound bites. It's more fundamental. It's the divide in the Republican Party isn't about haters and lovers. It's about governing and not governing. And there is a group that, and this you can condemn their motives and you can condemn the outcome, but there is a group that is simply not interested in governing, and that is the new divide in the Republican Party.
Very well put.
They don't fracture along ideological lines, because ideologically we as a party are all on the same page. We do not believe that Obamacare is the right way to reform our health care system. There is no divide in the Republican Party on the policy, but there is a great and bleeding wound now over whether we as a party are meant to govern.
That's why I called them nihilists.
And by the way, Willie,